All right, you guys. Well, good morning to session 2 of our new diamond training. My name is Craig Collier. I am the Regional Director of Sales for the Southeast region. Those who were with us on session 1 got to hear a little bit about my story and whatnot, so we'll skip that for today's session. But I appreciate everyone who's joining us this morning for session 2. I have just hit record, so we will get this recorded and put up on our new diamond Facebook page. If you have not joined our Facebook page yet, please go to December 2015 New Diamonds Southeast Region. You can join that page, and that's where I'll be posting the recording of this training session. I post on there different resources or tools or things, even the slides. Some people ask for the slides. I posted those from the last training. And then you're also welcome to interact in there, ask questions, share best practices, concerns, whatever it is that you want to do in that page. It's your page, and it's there for us to interact and help each other get better. So if you haven't joined that yet, please do. Okay. Today's session is called Leadership is about Mindset. Today we'll be talking a lot about what it means to be a business owner and how the mindset of a business owner requires kind of a different approach than what we would take as an employee or as someone just doing things as a hobby. We really want to create the right mindset to get the maximum results that we can in our business. So really love today's session and hope that you guys enjoy it with me as well. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in here a little bit. Before we get heavily into the new training, I did want to go and kind of do some follow-up to our session 1, okay? In session 1, we talked a lot about the importance of building a vision, for your business. Part of that is understanding the value that your coaching business has and how it really can create for you a meaningful residual income that can provide financial stability for you, either in terms of, paying off bills or taking care of financial needs month to month. And then even more importantly and long term, how it can really help you secure a financial future for yourselves and your family. And just having that understanding of the value of how your coaching business can do that for you hopefully impacts the way that you approach your business and helps you define a vision for your business that will lead you in a very strategic and determined way into the future. Okay, so hopefully after session 1, the assignment was to create a dream board or create the vision, define the vision for what you wanted to accomplish in your business. We also talked a lot about goals and goal setting and making smart goals, and the challenge was to create 2 or more goals for you in your business in between last week and this week. And so I wanted to do some follow-up with you guys. I'm going to put maybe 1 or 2 of you on the spot. I would please like for a couple of you to share maybe some of the goals or the vision that you defined for yourself after last week. Can I get 1 or 2 of you to just go off mute and share with us a couple of the goals that you made, or if you want to touch on the vision you created for yourself, share that.
I
heard Megan Milburn.
Okay. I'm still working on my vision. I'm pretty particular before I want to stick it out there. But 2 of the goals I have is to help 2 of my coaches become emeralds by the middle of January to the beginning of February. And then a long-term goal is to be a 2-star diamond by Summit 2016. If not a little bit sooner, but hopefully by then.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Who else can share something with us?
I was going to share that I would like to be 2-star in January, maybe beginning of February, and hopefully 5-star by Summit.
All right. So those were on your list of goals for the new year.
Yes.
That is great. Okay. Well, that is something that we definitely want to help you to be able to do, and that we, even set out as kind of our strategic objectives for New Diamond Training is to help you towards 2-star diamond. And who can remember the other objective? We wanted to help you get 2-star, and then there was something else we wanted to help you achieve in terms of kind of progression in the Beachbody business. Who can remember what that was?
The elite or premier.
What's that?
Hitting elite or premier.
We did talk about hitting elite or premier, and we went over that. We talked about hitting that. There was something right at the beginning, though, that we talked about. Hey, we want to help you hit 2-star diamond, but we also want to help you get to this position in the leadership ladder. What was that?
Team leader.
There you go, to the team leader position, right? Because it really gave some metrics in terms of where you needed to get in terms of team volume, how you needed to push Success Club with your group. And it also gives you an income goal of $1,000 a month that we feel like is a great starting place for you to really look at. Sometimes it's hard to say, okay, hey, if I hit 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, what does that really mean in terms of accomplishing my income goals? And so team leader offers you some great benchmarks to get to those things. And so it's important that we help you to get to team leader as well. That should definitely be something that we help you to get to. Okay. All right, guys, today we're going to talk again a lot about being a I'm trying to get this so the recording looks right. Sorry, real quick. All right. We want to talk a lot about the mindset of being a business owner. Okay. And I just want to throw this out there. And as you consider being a Beachbody coach, and again, I know most of us are still kind of in the beginning stages of this. You've reached that first leadership milestone as a diamond. But we need to understand that we are now in a situation where we own our own business. We're not an employee of a company. We're not having people dictate to us what to do. It is our business. So what are some of the attributes maybe that how our mindset should be different as a business owner, as opposed to maybe an employee or a hobby mindset? How do you guys approach this? What are some key attributes of an owner mindset versus just an employee or maybe a hobby mindset? Any thoughts on that?
Craig.
Go ahead, please.
Well, I think it's shifted for me in the last few months of being more intentional with my time because I don't want it to be all day, but also focusing on being replicatable, because that's what's going to help me down the road, right, is to be able to show my coaches how to get here. So I think that's kind of changed.
Love that. Love that. Any other thoughts? Anything that attributes or things that you guys have taken on as you've adjusted your mindset to a business owner?
I think I've focused a lot on consistency, because I know that because it's my business, I don't have to show up every day if I choose not to, but I know that I will get out of it what I put into it. So I really value consistency even after I've hit SC.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Carissa. Well, great. Well, definitely as a business owner, right? Again, no one's going to tell you what to do, when to do it. There's lots of things out there to help you know how to do it. But really it comes down to you and your positive and optimistic attitude. You set the tone for your own business. You don't have your boss there being like, okay, hey, we got to get on the stick this morning. It is all about you being able to control what you do, right? Business owners have to be unwaveringly consistent. All right. Very persistent in doing the right things day after day. A business owner mindset is someone who is proactive in as opposed to reactive, and definitely someone who is solution oriented. If you're going along, again, there's no one that's going to fix something for you. If you're going along in your business and you're not getting the results that you're looking for, we have to be solution oriented for ourselves to find out what to adjust and how to do things that will get us the results that we're looking for. All right. And again, one thing that I really like to focus on, especially here in this new diamond training, I've referenced kind of the difference between, maybe a business owner and employee, but also you guys are transitioning, or I would hope maybe transitioning from that, doing Beachbody as a hobby to really taking it on as a business owner. And again, it's not that Beachbody shouldn't be fun. It's not that at the end of the day that we're trying to help people and really align ourselves with the mission of the company to help people fulfill their goals and live healthy and fulfilling lives. But it is something that as soon as you begin to generate income from this business, guess what? You're a business owner, and we have to treat it like that. And as you put into practice things that a business owner would do, you can become more effective. And so it's really important that you take that on. And just like sometimes we see things differently as parents than we did as kids, certain activities or ways to approach problems or, different things, like seeing it as a parent as opposed to a kid, the same thing goes now that you approach a business as your own as opposed to an employee or something that you were just doing on the side for fun. And so having that paradigm shift is extremely important for you to get the results that you want. Okay. At the end of the day, I want you to realize that you are the CEO of your business. And as you consider the things that a CEO does, if you were to put yourself in the shoes of the CEO of a large corporation, you'd be like, wow, like all of these things are things that the CEO has to oversee, whether it be marketing, whether it be finance, whether it be hiring employees or putting the right team together, how the business is run from every aspect, the responsibility of the CEO. That is now your opportunity to do with your business. And sometimes that seems a little daunting, like, whoa, like, am I capable of this? Can I do it? And the great thing again is that Beachbody, because you are aligned with a company that has, so many tools and has a vision that's very clear to be able to follow, it's absolutely doable if you will put the right practices into place in order to do it. And so I want to talk a little bit about that, about what it means for you to be the CEO of your business. And as I like to do, like I tend to use lots of sports analogies. I'm a sports fanatic. And as I was putting myself through college, I was a student manager on the football team. Right? I wasn't good enough to play. And so the best thing I could do was to join as a student manager, and I helped with the equipment, and I cleaned helmets and handed out shoelaces and gloves and, got yelled at by the coaches to run and go get their jackets if it was cold. I was kind of the grunt worker to the coach. But what it helped me to do is it really helped me to observe what it meant to organize a team and get results as a team. And as I later graduated from college and went into the business world, I began to see many parallels between conducting successful business and conducting a successful team, and really looked at that leader of a business in the same way that I looked at the head coach of our football team when I was on the team. And I said, what parallels can I draw here? How can I approach being successful in business the same way that a coach might approach having a successful team? And there are several different things that a head coach of a football team or really any sport, you choose what analogy you like best. But for me, it was easy to relate this to football because there were so many parallels between, again, organizing a football team and organizing a business. All right. One of the things that you have to do as the CEO of your business, as the head coach of your team, so to speak, is one, you have to create a game plan. And we talked a little bit about this, last week in terms of creating a vision, but it needs to be even more, specific in that. What are you trying to accomplish in your business? Is that defined? All right. Because if you're just out there doing stuff, if you're just out there acting and going through, the motions, doing activities without a game plan in mind, it's just like it says here. If you don't have the game plan, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. But we don't want you aiming at nothing. We can't be aiming at nothing. We need to have that game plan in place, okay? Secondly, you must execute the plays, all right? A coach just can't put a game plan together, put it on paper and say, okay, here's what we want to achieve. All right, we'd like to score this many points in the game. We want to hold the opponent to this many points. We want to get to, a bowl game or the playoffs. That might look really good on paper, but then at the end of the day, the plays, all right, the planning that goes into it must be executed. Your business is the same way. You do have to have a game plan, but then you have to execute that game plan. All right, we'll talk in a minute of what that looks like. The third thing, and is a critical point for business leaders, just like it was as a head coach, for us to get efficient in what we were doing. For you as the owner of your business, the CEO of your coaching business, I encourage you to be systematic in the way that you approach things. As you create systems, you will create efficiencies in your business that will save you time, that will make you more effective. And as was mentioned earlier, and I forgot who said it, that makes your business, they use the word replicatable. I may use the word duplicatable, but it helps your business to become simplified, both for you and for the new coaches that you come into the business. So one of your tasks as the CEO of your business is to help make what you do systematic for your own good and for the good of those that you bring into your business, onto your team, okay? All right, what does it mean to have a game plan? We talked a little bit, again, about this last week. The game plan for you as a new diamond, I hope would include at least these 2 points and maybe even more detail that are stepping stones to this. But clearly, part of our game plan that we're working on right now is for you to become a 2-star diamond and a team leader within the leadership ladder, all right, and to get you qualified for New Leader Conference, all right? So if that's the game plan, how do we go about that, right? What do we need to do? What takes us to those? That's where executing the plays comes into bear here. Again, you can't just put out there, hey, I want to become a 2-star diamond, and then hope that, the motions of the day do that. The plays actually have to be executed, all right? And they have to be executed well. We need to choose the best practices and the things that work for you in order to have success. You can't just draw things up on paper and hope that they work. We can't just do our business by going to Facebook and scrolling through feeds and reading and studying. Like, we actually have to do the things that will move the ball down the field, right? In Beachbody, that is encompassed in all of these business tactics here. I call it executing the plays. This would be executing your business tactics. You have to invite people to what you're doing. You create and host challenge groups. You have your sneak peeks, your getting started right calls, your coach basics, your follow-ups, your accountability calls, et cetera, right? These are the tactics of your business, and they must be executed in order for you to fulfill your game plan, all right? And that's something that, as a CEO, you must do diligently day in and day out, okay? And then, again, I've hit on being systematic. You need to take all of these business tactics that you want to put into play and organize them in such a way that they are, again, efficient for you. You're maximizing your time, and that they become simple and duplicatable for those new coaches that you bring into your business. All right. The best example or one of the fun examples that I give about being systematic is taking a look at the McDonald's restaurant franchise. I think we could all concur that while we might like a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder from time to time, McDonald's does not have the best food on the market. They have not cornered the best tasting food on the market. So one would ask, how in the world then have they become the most powerful restaurant franchise on earth when their food isn't something that that would draw in millions of customers? And the reason they have become so profitable and so good is their systems. All right, they can take almost any person of any educational background or business experience and plug them into the system. When you go into a McDonald's restaurant, the manager on duty or the supervisor on duty, is usually not, a Harvard MBA. We're talking about someone that is able to go in and follow the outline, follow the system that the McDonald's has created, how much food to order, how many straws to order, how you take an order, what promotions you put up on the board, how you staff your restaurant, and they're able to run a very profitable McDonald's franchise without having, maybe the business acumen or the business experience that you think, would lead someone to do that. And there's, look at how many businesses fail with people who are very smart and have great ideas. They haven't created that amazing system, that is necessary. And so be systematic in your business. It will help you, again, to be efficient and effective with what you do. It will save you time and help you to maximize your time to get better results. And it will also create something that's simple for others to follow. Okay. As you think about this process then of creating your game plan, putting your business tactics into play, making them systematic, all right? At first, this takes a lot of effort, and it might seem slow, and it maybe doesn't quite build the momentum that you're hoping it does. And so I like to talk to new leaders about what's called the flywheel effect, okay? The flywheel was this old, system for producing power and energy. And Jim Collins uses this metaphor in Good to Great, where he says, to get that flywheel going, in the day, it took a lot of effort and persistence to get it going. It didn't move very fast. You had to push on it. You had to get it going, and it moved slow. But over time, as you continue to push, and that flywheel was continued to be effort and push was continued to be applied to it, over time, it would build momentum, and it would ultimately lead that flywheel to where it would spin easier and faster and more efficiently over and over and over again, to where after time, it was just moving at such a speed that with little energy, it was able to stay in motion. And I'm telling you right now that your business will be the same way. If you will be intentional, about those things that you need to be done to make it work, and you apply those business tactics systematically over time. Right now, while you're new, or during maybe December, it's hard to push. Keep pushing, keep getting that going, because over time, those systems will they'll generate, prospects for you. You'll be able to plug people into your system. They'll get it going. And before you know it, your business begins to move and spin with less, effort and grit that it took in the beginning, and it becomes more refined, and it produces results over time consistently. Okay. So remember that flywheel. As you're pushing sometimes on your business, trying to figure out what works, being like, this takes a lot of effort. Keep pushing, because that process and that consistency is what will make your business move and move and move to where it will really take on that flywheel effect to where it moves greater and gets greater results with less energy and push sometimes to keep it in motion. Okay. And then you can work on perfecting things and maximizing things very efficiently. Okay. All right. So the flywheel effect, make it happen for you. All right, let's transition now into some principles that we call the 3 disciplines of self-leadership, okay? And discipline is an interesting word. And sometimes it's a word we don't like, because, again, if everything was like perfectly systematic, maybe it wouldn't take as much effort to get results, and we're scared sometimes of the word, discipline. But the interesting thing, both in life and in business, is your discipline, and it is how you turn your actions into habits, and really how you're able to take those actions, align them, okay, to your goals, to be able to maximize everything that you're doing, and to get that flywheel effect, and to make things effective in your business, okay? And so success is really just having the self-discipline to align your actions with your goals, turn them into habits, and to be able to move forward in a very consistent way, okay? And really taking this and applying the disciplines of self-leadership effectively, your actions need to have purpose, okay? If you have, and that really comes first and foremost with your why. And it's why, why we started there. Define your why, know your why. What are you trying to achieve? And as as that is important to you, having the self-discipline will help you get going in such a way that you can be consistent with it. Okay. Let's talk about what these 3 disciplines are, though. Okay. Discipline number 1 is be completely committed to a desirable outcome. Okay. This is important because it drives internal alignment, and it forces us to do more than just give lip service, to what we're doing. All right. When you look at your why, when you look at your goals and what you're trying to achieve, it really helps you commit to something with integrity and with focus. All right. And so be completely committed to what it is you're trying to achieve in your business. Not only will it produce results for you, but those coaches that you bring into the business will be watching your commitment and watching the way that you approach your goals. And guess what? They are going to follow and mimic that behavior. I know that many of you on this call have upline coaches, whether it's your personal coach or maybe someone within your coaching upline that you admire, that inspires you, that you see achieving things that you would like to have in your business, okay, and in your life. And they have done that through their process of self-discipline and in work and executing their business tactics in a systematic way. And now it's your turn to take on the role that maybe you see someone else taking on for you. You need to be completely committed to those outcomes that you are searching for, so that those you bring into Beachbody, who you want to help also see those great results, will follow that example. Okay. And so be completely committed to the outcome that you are shooting for. Okay. Discipline number 2. And I love this one. We talk a lot about this one at Beachbody because it's one of those things that just rings and resonates so true. And it also helps us, again, as business owners, where it's all on us. No one's doing our work for us. We don't have our boss, picking up the slack if something goes on. But it's this concept of control the controllable. All right. So often in the business, we get discouraged because the outcome of something that we were trying to do maybe didn't turn out the way that we thought it would. And so it leads to discouragement. But what I'm here to impress upon you today, to teach you hopefully today, is that you cannot control the outcomes at times of your behaviors, of the activities that you do. You can put the best, post together, and you can word it just perfectly, or you might send a message to someone that you thought, man, how could they not, see how this would work beautifully for them, and they don't decide to join, or they don't respond to your post the way that you thought they would. Guess what? You can't control the outcome of what someone else is thinking, and that's okay. What you can control are those activities that are within your willpower, within your discipline to be able to do. And so focus on those things. Look at the things that matter for your business and the things that you can control, all right? Not things you can't control, the things you can control, and focus on those, okay? As you control the controllable, what you do is you stop wasting time worrying about or trying to, give effort to stuff that is outside of your control, okay? Controlling the controllable kind of has 2 parts to it that I want you to recognize, because there is an executable within control the controllable. It's not just a fancy or neat, saying, right? There are really 2 steps to this. Number 1 is I want you to identify the activities that you can control that help you to reach your goals, right? And hopefully a lot of these activities that I'm referring to are things that were listed in our business tactics, right? Your inviting activities, your training activities, your follow up with your coaches, staying accountable, doing those activities, your social posting on a daily basis, all of those activities that yield results in the business. Those are the things that you can control. And so I want you to identify maybe 5, maybe up to 8 things that you know you can control on a daily basis that don't require someone else to make a decision for you. They're up to you. Identify those activities, okay? And then the second part of this is do those activities first. Before you're trying to exert influence on things that you cannot control, before you go, again, just into Facebook and start scrolling through things or looking at what other coaches are doing or, oh, look at how much success they had or appear to have, you control your things first, all right? This is a sure way to help you be more effective and disciplined in your business. All right. I hope this principle makes sense. This is actually one of the habits that Stephen R. Covey wrote about in the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is exerting control on the things that you can control and detaching yourself from that outcome. Okay. All right. Number 3 here in the 3 disciplines of self-leadership, be fully accountable. Again, this one gets a little uncomfortable. Sometimes we don't know how to, do it effectively, but it is absolutely necessary. And what I love about this one is that it is so easy to relate to as a Beachbody coach because all of you have been through likely a challenge group. You have had fitness goals that you have achieved, and a huge part of that was being fully accountable to your group of, making sure that you went through that challenge group and fulfilled the commitments that you had made to yourself, right? As well as to the group. And, and you kept a journal of your food and you posted what you ate and you took your sweaty selfie and posted that to the group. This whole idea of being fully accountable is something that you have probably related to and executed at a great level within a challenge group, either as a host or as a participant. All right. Now take that same concept of what happens within a challenge group in your fitness program and apply it to your business. All right. And to your game plan, to your business tactics, and say, what things do I need to be accountable to myself each day? And then the second part of this is I would invite you, if you are not already, invite your coach or invite a success partner. Maybe it's not your coach. Maybe your coach isn't available. Maybe you don't even have contact with your coach. Whoever you can find as a success partner, invite them to keep you accountable to your controllable activities. Okay? This will help you really do things that will be to get results, right? When you have to be accountable to someone, we have a much greater chance of doing them, okay? And so identify those controllable activities and then keep yourself accountable through a checklist or through a planner, however you do that, and then also create something where you can stay accountable to a success partner, all right? Okay, along with control the controllable, I want to teach you a concept called win the day. All right. And this is a fun one because, again, it kind of detaches sometimes the outcomes of our activities and maybe those things that we wish went a little bit better, or this didn't happen, or I wish I would have sold another challenge pack today, or whatever it is. When you focus on winning the day and winning the day consistently, again, it really helps to create that flywheel effect where doing the right things day after day produces long-term results. Okay. Winning the day comes down to really one question, all right? Did I do the controllable activities that moved towards my goals, all right? When you identify those things that you can control, at the end of the day, again, regardless of the outcomes, detach yourself, your mind, your heart, your emotions from the outcome and just say, did I control the controllable today? The activities that I knew I could accomplish, that I have control to accomplish, did I do those? Was I effective in executing the activities that I have control over, regardless of what the outcome is? All right. If you can answer yourself to yourself that, yes, you know what? I did. I controlled everything that I could control, and I did it with all my heart and all my effort. Then guess what? You won the day. All right. And you know what? You're not going to win every day. Just like no team out there wins every single game or every single moment. It's okay. There may be some days where you're like, you know what? man, I got caught up. I wasn't focused. I let someone distract me. Maybe I got caught up in the outcome of something instead of just, executing what I knew I could do. That's okay. You're not going to win every day, but your goal should be to start winning more days than you don't win. All right. And it all comes down to you again, and your discipline to do it. And the great thing is when we identify the things that we can control, regardless of what anyone else does, and then we consistently do those things, guess what? The results will begin to come. All right. Just as we talked about in the last training about the law of the harvest, when you plant the seeds and you toil the ground and you nourish the things that you're doing and you do it consistently, the fruit will come. All right. And kind of just taking this concept of win the day really helps you to again, move towards, those long-term goals that you have. All right. Hopefully that makes sense and is something that will resonate with you and to help you be effective in what you're doing and also feel good about your accomplishments. All right. As you really take control of those things that you can do. All right. Okay, guys, that is our content for session 2. And so it's time to invite you to action, to give you some homework, give you some things to do that I will follow up with you on next week, right? This is all about being accountable, okay? So your call to action this week, okay? And there seems like a lot here, but they all kind of go hand in hand. So hopefully it's not too much. These shouldn't be, really overbearing for you, all right? Should be pretty tactical, pretty simple. Invitation number 1, what are 3 things you can do to improve your business owner mindset? All right. Evaluate. When we talked about doing SMART goals, I talked about reflecting and evaluating. Please take that and think about what your mindset is like right now in your coaching business and how you can improve your mindset to be more business owner oriented. How can you be the best CEO you can be of your own business? All right. And approach it from the right mindset. All right. Number 2, outline 5 or more daily control the controllable activities. These can be very simple, should be very simple, right? Whether it's, hey, I'm going to make 1 post a day, or I'm going to make sure to get my workout in. I'm going to make sure to log what Shakeology I have. I'm going to, send 5 messages per day to people that have liked my posts. Whatever those activities are that that only you can control, identify those in an outline form so that you can keep yourself accountable to them. All right. Invitation number 3, start doing the win the day personal accountability activity. So at the end of each day, take just a moment to be like, you know what? Hey, did I control the controllable today? Did I do the things that I knew that I could do? Did I win the day? All right. And as you start to do that each and every day and you hold, you're consistent with that, again, it will help you to win more days than you don't win. Okay. Number 4, is I would invite you to set up your accountability call with your coach or your success partner. If you don't already have an accountability call set up with someone, and hopefully it's your coach. If not, find a success partner. Maybe it's someone within this group. Maybe you need to post, on our Facebook site, like, hey, I need a success partner. I need someone that I can do a weekly accountability call with to make sure that I'm, winning more days than I'm not winning. All right. Set up an accountability call with your coach or with a success partner, with a friend, someone that cares about you and cares about your success. Get that set up. All right. That is the last call to action for this section. So you guys, thank you so much for being in New Diamond Training today. It's been a pleasure to be with you. I hope that you have an excellent week, that you're able to move your business forward in a significant way. And we will see you on Thursday. Again, we're fitting these all in before, Christmas week next week. So Thursday, we will see you again at this same time for sessions 3 and 4. We'll be cramming 2 sessions into 1 for next week, and it should be a lot of fun. So thank you, you guys, and have a wonderful day. Bye.